Today we talk about a watch icon, the Rolex Submariner. Today, specifically here on the video, I've got a 2007 Rolex Submariner blue dial, bezel two-tone, and it's got gold through the clasp and it has a no-holes case design. The Rolex Submariner arguably was introduced in 1953. 1953 is the year that most experts can agree that the Rolex Submariner came out. People are often debating if it's the 6200, the 6204, or the 6205 models that were the first Rolex Submariner. There's reason to believe any of those could really be the first Submariner, but for simplicity, we're going to say that the first model was the 6200 from 1953. So being introduced in 1953, if you really think about it and you compare other watch companies, that is about a decade before many of the other watch companies started making commercial dive watches. Diving was basically just starting out, and you got to think in the 50s it was a whole nother time, and Rolex was really pushing new boundaries. You're watching the video, you see the extra yellow there. Those are just basically peel off stickers just to protect the case from getting scratched. They're same a little bit on the gold through buckle there. That's why it's a little more of a yellow tint in this model I'm showing you here. So interrupt the history lesson to explain that, but that's why it looks slightly different. It's stainless on the sides, not that yellow color you see. Interestingly, there's debate about the name Submariner. It wasn't the first name they had come up with. They had a few other names, and I heard there were some copyright issues and stuff with the name. So on the first models, you do not see the word Submariner written on there. Some of the words they were considering, or names they were considering of the watches, were the deep sea diver, divograph, swim proof, skin diver, and diver, just to name a few of them. Here you can see the Submariner on my wrist. It's a really nice sized watch. It really hits the sweet spot. It's not too small, not too big. But if you think about it, what makes the Submariner so famous to be an icon in watches? Well, many people believe is that the watch is most famously used for the spy James Bond. Yep, 007 or a Rolex Submariner. There is no official James Bond Submariner. Many believe it to be the 6200, the 6204, the 6536, or the 6538. We think of Rolex as luxury most of the time, but interestingly enough, the Submariner was used for military operations. Some of this includes the Canadian military and the British Royal Navy. So that's a real cool bit of information about this iconic watch. Here you can see it with the lights off, the lume going on, and it's such a distinct style face, even just glowing in the dark if you really look at it. Well, thanks for taking the time, and hope you guys learned a little bit about the Rolex Submariner and why it's such a watch icon. Thank you.